Welcome to the Holly Area Community Show. I'm your host, Jody, brought to you from Reach, and I'm actually here in the Reach building today. As some of you know, I am the executive director at Reach as well as the host, and I'm here with one of our newest staff members, Liz Fievig Hager, and I'm so happy that she's on board. She is now the Dress for Success coordinator, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and then about what we've got coming down the pike in that program. So welcome to the show and welcome to Reach.
Thank you. I love it here. I've been having such a good time. It's fulfilling. It's fun. What else starts with an F? Fancy. It is. It's a fancy program.
Yeah.
So what was the question? What's my background? I'm from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. I've always had a tendency to go towards whatever I'm drawn to. So after that, I lived in Paris for a while, moved around, lived in Boston for a few years. And then I was drawn to moving back to this area. I was with Mary Kay for almost 2 decades, amongst doing other jobs. Been a massage therapist for 14 years. I do that part-time. I work at Pro Rehab.
So what this position is a part-time position.
Yep.
And so what you do is you answer to the corporate headquarters of Dress for Success, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right. And part of my job is setting up the new Fargo boutique.
Oh, we should tell people about that.
Oh, yeah. So,
currently we have the Holly Boutique, and so women come here for dressings from all over. The closest one is the Twin Cities. But we've been kind of looking at bringing it back also to the Fargo site.
Yeah.
So right now you're from Fargo.
Right.
And that's why we really wanted Liz to come on board, is because we needed someone to start that. So how has that process been going?
Wonderful. We had a conversation last summer where Jody was telling me more about the program, and I love it. I love the idea of, here's a woman who has a more than full closet. It's abundant, but she's thinking of it as part clutter. She can take out the clutter, and then this woman over here gets it. I like that circle. I like that non-waste. But we were having a conversation last summer about how there were so many people coming here from the Fargo-Moorhead area. And so,
about 75% of the women actually are from Fargo-Moorhead.
So kind of a no-brainer to have it in Fargo, have another site in Fargo. Mm-hmm. What else can I say about that?
And the Fargo site is really shaping up. It is not open currently, right? But we're on target.
We're
and
close.
So February or March, you'll be doing dressings there. Yeah. And so we're looking for volunteers to do dressings, right?
We're looking for volunteers to do dressings, sorting. When you get in shoes or bags, sometimes they need to be cleaned up some. We could use people that run to the Dress Barn. And I should also say the drop-off sites are the Dress Barn in West Fargo, Jenny Craig, which is across from West Acres next to that Hornbachers, and here in Holly, also at 502 First Avenue North. That's the Gibb Building. Mm-hmm. That's where we're located, and we'll have drop-offs there too. At first, it'll be a situation where you call, but pretty soon I think we'll have drop-off Wednesdays where people, there'll be set hours. And what else do we need? Donations. We've got a great site Jody found a site that was really affordable. I believe the last site was about $1,000 a month, which is a lot, and this is much less. So we do need donations. And
the sorts of clothing we're looking for is just what you would wear to a job interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So scarves, separates, suits, tops and pants, shoes, handbags. Anything you would wear to a
so
job.
How it works is a woman comes here and an agency refers her. You would or one of your volunteers would do the dressing for an interview. Once she gets the job, though, she's able to get more dressings, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So at first she can get 1 to 3 for an interview suiting. If she gets the job, then she comes back and she can get up to 5. So wonderful program. They can mix and match, and they're really set then.
Yeah. Well, and you've got a great skill set for this whole thing. You're organized. You just have a natural way of making people feel good. and it's just so fun to work with you. So,
think so, too.
Thank you so much for all you've done, and
You're
thanks
welcome.
for coming to the show. We're going to take a quick break and talk to another staff member, Amy Ebert, who's the Family Support Coordinator. So we'll be right back. And we're back at Reach in Holly, Minnesota. And I'm here with someone that you've met not too long ago, Amy Ebert, who is our Family Support Coordinator, our Volunteer Coordinator, and our Food Shelf Coordinator. Is there anything else?
And I also do Salvation Army.
Oh, yeah, she does. She does a lot, and it's actually, like I've told people, Amy's position, she's a social worker, is actually kind of the meat and potatoes of Reach. It's a place where people can access basic needs, and then we have some other additional programs too. So Amy's the one that administers it. So it's been fun to work with you because I'm a social worker by trade, but now Amy is the social worker, and she does a great job. So thanks for all the work you do. But I guess I wanted to kind of talk about last time we talked about the holiday, the Spirit of Giving program, and I think people are curious to know how that went.
It went really well. We had 208 kids, and that's from Becker, Norman County, and Clay County. And we had 110 food baskets distributed with the turkey and potatoes. We had fresh fruit this time from FFA.
Oh, from the Holly FFA?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it went really good. We had a good turnout. Pretty much everybody picked them up, so we didn't have to keep them here for too long.
The holiday food baskets,
Yep.
you mean? Yeah. And that people I know are so appreciative of that because money gets so tight around the holidays anyway that to have a big meal, that can be very costly. So, and you had some allies in that program too, didn't you?
Yep, we had great turnout from the churches around here. Also, Holly United Methodist Church did all the packing, and they had the space available for us for distributing.
And the Reach halls were lined with gifts everywhere, and it looked like just a statistical nightmare to keep track. Was that difficult?
It was a lot of codes, a lot of names, a lot of numbers, but it worked out. It flowed pretty well.
It did. And again, people, it just seems to resonate with people in our communities. You get kind of feeling guilty about the money you spent and how Christmas is so commercial. I think it's a way that people just want to bring back the meaning of Christmas, wouldn't you say?
We had a great turnout with sponsors. Some kids got really good things that they wouldn't have had otherwise. So it was a really good blessing to have that.
Yeah. So what else is shaking in your department?
The Red Kettle campaign for the Salvation Army is done now for the season. We got over $3,000 just in Holly alone, and that serves rural Clay County.
So what is your relationship with the Salvation Army? How does that work here at Reach?
I'm the client representative as far as when people need the funds that Salvation Army distributes to the agencies. I'm the one that determines if they're eligible and distributes them.
Okay, so people can, there's a set amount of money, though, someone could get for emergency needs, like utilities or rent or something like that. They can't keep accessing, but that money comes from the Salvation Army, and you distribute it, correct?
Yep, and the amount that we get each year is determined by the results of the kettle campaign.
Okay, so when you see a red kettle coming around the bend next year, know that it stays here locally. That's in Clay County. Yes. And if you live elsewhere, it goes to that area. Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us once again. And you're doing a great job, and get back to work.
All right.
Okay, until next time.